Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee out here in the shop this morning having my coffee. And I thought I'd take a few minutes to talk to you guys about harvesting and curing onions like the old timers did it. Now, onions are just like potatoes and garlic. When they're harvested, if you want them to keep throughout the winter, they have to be cured, which means they have to be air dried for several weeks, maybe even up to a month. So the skin's hardened down, the dirt dries off so that they can be braided or put up in another way. Now, when I take onions out of the ground, I like doing it with a fork, with a little spading fork, just to loosen the ground around the onions, because you don't want to pull those tops off if you want to braid them, because those tops are very important if you want to braid and then hang the onions up, which is typically what I do. In fact, I actually did a long time ago. I actually did a braiding onion video. I'll throw that in the description for you guys if you haven't seen that, because it's a pretty old video. But this gets down to after you got them out of the ground, what do you do with them to dry them? Now, the old timers, when money lacked, they used their ingenuity and their cleverness and what they had to come up with ways of drying that stuff. And my mom was particularly good at it. My mother would never let a screen out of a window or a door. She never passed that by. If she seen one in the garbage somewhere where somebody had thrown it out, or ran across one in an old barn or something, she would always take those screen windows and those screen doors, and she would do something like this with them. She would hang them from the ceiling with some nails or some screw eyes in the rafters in the barns and the outbuildings and stuff, and she would put these screens up along the ceilings, and then she would put her onions, garlic, whatever she wanted to dry, she would put up on these screens. Now, the clever part about this is it doesn't take any floor or shelf space to do it, and you have that convection throughout the day. You know, this is an old building, so it's got a cement floor in it, so the cement floor is cool, and warm air rises, so then the warm air rises up and through the screen, and it dries the onions and the onion skins down. And then every few days, when they had a chance at the end of their workday, they would come out and they would rotate the onions around so they dried all the way around. And it's a really simple concept. All this is, here's an old screen that I found, and I took a couple of screw eyes, screwed them up here on the ceiling of my shop, and I took a couple pieces of baler twine to hang them from the ceiling, and that's basically, you can see there, I got my onion harvest on there. Now, as time goes by and a couple of weeks go by, these will dry, harden down. The tops will start to dry off and harden up, and then I can clean the dirt off of them, and I can trim back the leaves, and then they're pretty much prepped for braiding. And like I said, it's just one of those things. When money lacked, they used everything that they possibly could, and they came up with ideas to use what they had to accomplish whatever job that they needed to do. But this old technique here I wanted to share with you guys, one that I've seen many times growing up, and in many different farms and families. Old screens and old screen doors would always be used to dry their root vegetables. But anyways, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information and a little entertainment out of this video here. Just sharing another tip from the old timers with you guys today. You guys have a good one.